Hey, what's going on, everyone? This is Mafia B. You know the deal. We're going from this location in Manhattan to my studio in Brooklyn. See you there. No coffee. Oh, well, I guess no coffee today. Let's keep moving. Hey, what's up, everyone? So we're in Brooklyn right now. Today I'm gonna go over some production tips. I think it'd be kind of cool concept to go over. Those who are, producers, you can grab some tips the way that I produce music. And for those who don't produce music, I think it'd be a kind of cool concept just to watch and see how things are made, or the way I make music. Anyways, I'll see you in the studio. So we're in the studio right now, as you can tell. So for today, we're going to go over some production stuff. So for today, we're going to go over automation, which is essentially changing different parameters over time. Two common things to automate over time is, filter and volume. I typically use my Arturia, let me actually disconnect this for a second. My Arturia Beat Pro to automate. I usually map these knobs to different parameters on Ableton. So for example, if I wanted to change the volume over time, I would just assign this knob and then change over time. That's basically it. So let me struggle to put this USB back on. Hey, there you go. See? You can also use this as a sequencer, which I use sometimes, but I primarily use this to automate. So let's get right into it. Okay, automation. So I have three phases. I have the creation phase, the mixdown phase, and the automation phase. The creation phase is more of me just trying to get the idea out as quickly as possible. Basically, just vomiting on a canvas. The second phase is my mixdown phase, basically balancing the levels, making sure all the sounds, that's redundant, but making sure all the sounds are clear and concise. And the third phase is the automation phase, what we're going to be doing today. Some people have their own way. Some people do the automation during the creation phase. I do that too, but I just do it to get a rough idea of how the song is going to sound. But for when I'm in the third phase, I dedicate all my time into just doing automation. Okay, so I'm going to show you the track that I'm working on. It's pretty much done. Like I said, I'm on the last phase right now. So I'll just give you a little snippet of what it sounds. So yeah, that's the track. Well, there's more to it, as you can see, but so today I go step by step or section by section and just automate it that way. So I'm going to go through the intro, and I guess we're just going to do the intro today just so you have an idea how I go about my process while using my Arturia Beat Pro. I'm not sponsored, by the way. So let's get this going. So the intro sounds like such. So that little sound that you hear, I made just messing around with some effects. So let's go to, is it this one? Nope, it's the texture one. All right. So what I'm gonna do is probably filter it from dark to bright over time, so it could be interesting. So let's do that right now. So what I'm going to do is go to my texture. I already have my auto filter in my channel, so I'm going to go to MIDI. Gotta make sure this is on control mode. I'm gonna click on frequency, then go to, let's say, it doesn't really matter honestly, so 16. I already have that assigned, so let me actually delete these. I'm not sure if you can see which screen, but I think you're on the arrangement screen right now. Alright, so I'm gonna do that again. Frequency, and then assign CC31 to my cutoff filter or filter. So now when I turn the knob, now I'm automating the filter. So let's hear how that sounds. So automation is important to do. It really sets you apart from amateur sounding music to something that sounds kind of pro, or it sounds like you actually put work into it. This is literally I would say like the last 10% of detailing that you should be doing. So let me actually record this in. Alright, let's try that again. Let's go. So at this point of the song, the filter is all the way open. So the next thing I would do, honestly, I could continue automating back and forth so it could move over time. But what I'm going to do now is mess with the volume. So what I'm going to have the volume do is go, it won't be stagnant the whole way through, which it is at the moment. So what I'm going to do is have it, sometimes low in volume, then high in volume, and low in volume, high in volume. So it creates some type of movement, and that's what you want in your music, honestly. Because if something's too stagnant, the listener knows something is either off or isn't as interesting as if you were to automate these parameters, like the filter and the volume. And when you start doing these little detailings, the listener is like, "Oh, that's interesting. How do you fucking do that?" Just mess with the filter. So I'm going to assign a knob to the volume now. So I'm going to do 15. Cool. So if I move my knob, I'm moving the volume, which is the utility. So let me start recording that now. So let me start at maybe a slightly lower volume, then automate over time. Simple as doing this. So these are little fine details that I do over time, over the course of my production. So within this song, I gotta automate the bass, automate the synths, automate the effects. Basically try to automate everything besides the kick. The kick usually is constant for me. Sometimes the snare, I have a different method for snare and percussions. Usually I automate not even automate, I just change the velocity. That's a whole different topic. But once you're automating, just make sure you automate every single element besides the kick. And try to mess with different things, because each section should sound slightly different from the previous section. It should have its own, I don't know, feeling, if you will. But so yeah, let me work on this today. This is what we got to do today, and I'll catch you later. Oh, before I do catch you later, I have I guess a checklist that I do for my mix downs. I'm happy to give it to you guys for free. You know, I could care less. Um, Over the course of learning music production, I end up making my own checklist, and it helped me move things along. You know, like when it comes to mix down, like, do I have these set already? Do I have these leveled already? Do I have these printed out already? So, yeah, I'll give it to you guys for free. I guess I'll make a little story on my Instagram or my YouTube and give it to you guys for free. Anyways, I'll catch you guys later. I gotta work.